Hello everyone, this is Paul. Welcome back to my channel, the Paladin. And today I wanted to make a video about showcasing an old movie. Now this film is not that old, and since there are like no movies that are like interesting and appealing to me to make a review, or I was not that much of a fan of the new films that came out. I made videos about Annabelle Creation and It, and they're still running on the theaters, but I wanted to make videos about some other movies. But since nothing have come out, and today is Tuesday, and I promised you guys, like, if there's no good films that have come out, I'm gonna be talking about something other than that, like older films that I much enjoyed. And you might not have heard about this film, you might not have watched these films, or you might have did, and you might have a different of opinion about things. So it will be like a sparkle of a debate in the channel, which will be really good. So I thought that's a great idea, and I wanted to make this video. Now from here onwards, all my reviews is going to have like movie or TV shows. It's going to have like 6 things that are going to be much important in terms of things, like the main things that I'm going to be talking about, main things I'm going to be covering in that story. So like first of all, it's going to be the plot. Without giving away any sort of spoilers, I'm going to talk about all the things that are in the story that will get you that will just spice you up, and you'll be interested to watch that show or watch that movie. Now the second thing is going to be the characters in that show or in the movie. It's not about like the real life characters, it's just about like them in the show, how they portray those characters, how they act with those, like in those characters, in those timelines, so stuff like that. Next, I'm going to talk about the cast and crew, the director, and everyone pretty much himself. And the next thing that I'm going to talking about is pretty much be like receptions and critics. Now this is not going to be that much of a big deal for you, but receptions and critics are always my thing. So whenever I try to watch a film, I watch that film only after I read the reception, I read the critic. I respect them a lot, so I'm going to be talking about them as well in that part of the show. And the next thing is my personal opinion. Now I'm also trying to be a reviewer. I don't care if I'm casual, I don't care if I'm too professional, it doesn't matter. It's like how I perceive that film. If you get that, then I did my job, and that's what I wanted to do. And review, rating in the end, like marks, just to be professional and just what I think that movie is worth. So that's just me talking about things. So first of all, let's just get into this movie, Coherence. Now I know I've suggested this film to my 20 of my friends, 21, and 20 of them loved it. They just crave for this film. And if you if they are in the comment section, if they watch this video, they can tell you how much they love this film after I suggested. And I wanted to do that to you guys as well if you have not seen the film. Now one of my friends hated that film, but I said fuck you, fuck off. He's my close friend actually, but I don't know, it's just he did it to piss me off, I think. But don't listen to him, he's one moron. And so today I wanted to talk about the film Coherence, obviously. So first of all, let's talk about the plot. See, the plot starts with 8 people just gathering for a dinner party, and there's a comet right around the corner. This just sparkles a conversation in that group. They talk about the comet and the history of comets and what happens to a comet and all the other things. So there is sudden like a perceptive difference between them. There's like, they say, some of them say like the comet is a good thing, the comet is a bad thing. So they have a conversation there, and the comet passes by. Now conveniently, obviously there's going to be a power outage. Come on, that's a film. So conveniently it happens, and all of a sudden they are thrown into a place of craziness, weirdness, and everything else. So they have to investigate through this, and they have to get through that to reach the end point of the film. Now I'm going to be talking about, not the spoilers here, but this film is made from the Schrodinger's cat theory. Now if you don't know much about that, let me explain. So Schrodinger is a scientist, was a scientist. He put a cat and a poison inside a wooden box, and he closed it. Unless and until it is revealed, the cat is both alive and dead at the same time. Unless we open that box, it collapses, the universe collapses. So the cat is either alive or dead, so it changes up. And that's what they used in this film. They just pretty much said the comet is passing by, and the common opens the door for multiple universes with the same sort of like ideologies going path, but at some instant they might have changed. Now it can happen to your life as well. Right now I'm a YouTuber, but sometimes in my other, in other universes, in other life, I may not be a YouTuber. I may not be sitting here talking to you guys about a film. I might be doing something else. So that's just a perspective of the director that he wanted to convey this, and I think he did a pretty good job of doing it, because people mainly don't understand these sort of films, arguably because they are complicated and they do not scream see me to the mass audience. They just like, all right, whatever, I saw your point and I get your point, meh. But this time around he did a good job of explaining his stuff and also bringing a wide range of audience into the film, so that's amazing. And the next is the characters in the film, obviously. So first of all, there are 8 people in this film. 8 characters, important characters. All of them would play an important role in the movie. Like the small amount to big amounts, but they would play an important role. So there's like Emily, Kevin, Mike, Lee, Yu, Beth, Amir, and Laurie. Now Emily is of them all is the most important character in the film, and she would be the reason the ending would turn into something that is considered to be a little bit something like more obvious. That's what people do when they are finding out that they are in a parallel universe, like there's a better version of themselves, and they try to do what they always try to do. Like when you're given a pot of gold, you're obviously going to take it. You're not going to be like, no, my life is fine, I'm going to stay like this and I'm going to live my life like this. No way, man. You're going to take the pot of gold, right? And that's what Emily would do. Like when she would be presented with something like, all right, see, like there's like 10-20 universes there, no problem. Like that universe is where you are pretty happy, pretty fine, everything goes right for you, you have plenty of money, you are the perfect husband. Just showing you there, just that's there, it's there, no problem. If you want to go back to your crappy life, do so. And yeah, she would cause the collapse of confusions, and that would kickstart something that is much bigger. So that's something. So the cast and crew. Now first of all, I want to talk about the movie time. It's like 88 minutes. It's not that big. So if you want to give a chance to this film, please do it, because it's a great film. And so the cast and crew is where it's important. Right now, alright, no one is like new to this kind of like movie line. It's like not like 8 of them were new. They acted before and they are acting now, but they are not big time people. They are not as important as you would see for someone else. Like they are not that valid to the point that I'm trying to make here. If there's a big cast, I'm gonna talk about them individually, but it's not that big of a deal. But I do want to talk about the director, James Ward Birkett. Sorry if I butchered your name, boss, sorry. That's just how I pronounce it. And he was the writer, he was the director, and he was the screenplay artist as well, I think. And yeah, the story is also by him. And again, I told you about him. He kind of like took the Schrodinger's cat idea, he loved those theories, and he wanted to make a film. And this film was not like heavily thinked, because the director is already a genius, and he was just like saying, okay, let's just make a movie, and this is the concept, and these guys are gonna be there, so this, and the film was made. And to my surprise, this was like, I watched this film just because I was bored. Alright, I was bored and I went to Google and I said, alright, you know what, Google, tell me the most uncommon film, low budget, new director, new actors, or somewhat like a low known cast. And they showed Coherence first, and I saw that film, and I'm never ever gonna regret that in my life. That was the 88 minutes that I was spent well ever. This amazing film, and I urge you to give it a chance. So reception wise, the film was well taken. It was positive, and the critically acclaimed film. Obviously, everyone loved this way of approach. Pretty much the story relies on this simplicity, even with all its complications. The movie will be, dumbed down to a certain point, not in a bad way, I'm saying, to a perfect way where you will understand about things. Like, for example, simple as things like they will, since the power cut, they will take, the torchlights, like which will, glow lights, and they will have certain glow lights, and they would say, okay, in this universe, it's going to be changed, right? So I'm just going to use my blue glow lights. And if you see someone else with a different glow light, you know that they are from a different universe. So it's not a big deal, as I said, but when you watch it with the context of the film and the development of the plot, you will understand more and more and more about parallel universes and multiverse, which will make you more inclined towards the Schrodinger's cat theory, and you will be made to believe about the different worlds that are out there, and all of them are said it in a simple way. So if you understand, like, all right, when you watch the film, okay, it's going to be super complicated because it's parallel universe, this and that, 8 characters are there, oh my shit, this is not going to be worth it. But it's the contrary, guys. It's totally worth it, and it's also dubbed one of the films that you have to watch before you die. So that's amazing, and yeah, just kudos to those guys for making this film. Now, it's my personal opinion, and I've talked about it, raved about it, so you guys know how it is going to be. And so the last thing is rating. Now, this rating system is going to be differentiated for all the new films and old films, and I'm going to give this 9.5 out of 10. Sorry guys, it's not a 10 out of 10, but 9.5 surely. Sometimes maybe the disadvantage of having a low known cast is your film will not be marketized enough for you to have a success and big growth. Now, this film has got its success in terms of collection in the box office, and in terms of like critical acclaimment, and as well as just people craving about the film and wanting more. So they have done their job. But the point is, if they have just add like the 8 actors, if just one of them was successful or high level, or if they know, like, I won't complain about the actors performances by any means. I'm not saying that. Everyone did their job to their core, and so the success of the film is just directly known to their kind of level of acting. So I'm not going to be talking about that. That's not the point I'm trying to make here. My point is, if they had, like, for example, Emily was the main character in this film, and she would have a biggest chore to do in this entire film. So if she was replaced by someone well known, it would have been a different story. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know if you guys understand about that, or if you disagree with me, but that's just my opinion on the film. But the film is 9.5 out of 10 from me. I don't know about you. So let me know in the comments down below, guys. What do you think about the film? What do you think about the franchise? And what do you want to see a new film from this director? I don't know if he had made any other movies. I might have to look into that. But if you had any other movies made, I will tweet you guys about it, and you can go check that out as well. He's a good guy, an amazing director, so please go check out his films. But Coherence is the first thing on your to-do list, and you just create a tube list from this channel. So weekly, if there are no new movies, I'm going to make these kind of videos where I talk about the old movies, and you can have a tube list. So after like 5-6 movies, you can just sit on a Saturday or Sunday, just have popcorn and watch the films with your family, or you can watch it on your own. So it's like entertainment guaranteed for you, and I won't suggest bad films to you guys. Don't you worry about that. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video, share the video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel for everything that is movies, TV shows, reviews, reactions and theories. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.